On her wedding day, a young woman accidentally discovered the secret relationship between her groom and her best friend. What hurt her even more was that the groom showed no guilt at all. Instead, he coldly told her that she was nothing more than a maid in the house and that he had only agreed to marry her out of pity. Hearing those cruel words, the woman's heart shattered instantly. Furious and humiliated, she immediately called off the engagement. Heartbroken after being betrayed by both her fiancé and her closest friend, she wandered alone through the busy streets, unable to stop the tears falling from her eyes. Lost in sorrow, she didn't notice a speeding car rushing toward her. Just before disaster struck, a tall man suddenly pulled her into his arms and saved her. After making sure she was safe, he gently bent down and helped her put her shoes back on. Looking at his calm and caring face, the woman impulsively grabbed his hand and asked him to marry her. The man was stunned for a moment, and she thought he would reject such a ridiculous proposal, but to her surprise, he actually agreed. Within less than 10 minutes of meeting each other, the two of them registered their marriage. Soon after, the man received an urgent phone call and had to leave temporarily. Excited and confused by everything that had happened, the woman accidentally twisted her ankle while walking. Her younger sister quickly rushed her to a gynecology hospital nearby. Embarrassed by the misunderstanding, she wanted to explain herself immediately, but what shocked her even more was discovering that the doctor treating her was actually her newly married husband. Unable to avoid the awkward situation, she quietly accepted the examination. After checking her injury, he calmly told her that it was only a minor ankle sprain, and she simply needed medicine. However, the friend who accompanied her refused to believe it was that simple. Embarrassed, the woman quickly covered her friend's mouth and hurried out of the hospital room. The moment she stepped outside, her ex-fiancé suddenly appeared. After learning that she had married another man, he shamelessly accused her of betraying him first. This time, she no longer stayed silent. She exposed all the lies and humiliation he had caused her. After hearing the truth, her sister angrily scolded him for his disgusting behavior. Just as the woman was about to leave the hospital, the man stopped her again. With a malicious smile, he demanded that she repay every single penny he had spent on her over the years. She clenched her fists in anger, but before she could speak, her newlywed husband appeared beside her. Facing the accusations calmly, the doctor held her hand and announced that she was now his wife. The ex-fiancé laughed mockingly, saying an ordinary doctor could never afford such money. But the very next second, the doctor transferred $1 million directly to him and coldly warned him never to appear in front of her again. Afterward, he brought her to his home. Since they barely knew each other, she felt extremely awkward around him. Fortunately, the man noticed her discomfort immediately. He gently carried her upstairs and softly promised that he would give her enough time to get used to this unexpected marriage. Even so, she remained afraid of the uncertain future ahead. Seeing her nervous expression, he leaned forward and kissed her forehead gently, reassuring her that he would always stay by her side. Slowly, under his comfort, she finally fell asleep peacefully. But in the middle of the night, his phone suddenly rang. The man quietly left the bedroom to answer the call. Although she seemed asleep, she had actually been half awake the entire time. Curious and uneasy, she silently followed him outside. What she saw next was the last thing she ever wanted to witness.